NBA history has a serious Victor Wembanyama problem. What he did in his rookie season was incredible, and really, it compares with some of the other greatest centers in NBA history and how they played in their rookie season. Wemby finished his first season with some absolutely ridiculous numbers. He's the first player in NBA history to drop over 1,500 points, block 254 shots, and knock down 128 three-pointers, all in the same season. Those stats are just unreal for anyone, let alone a rookie. And it doesn't stop there. Wemby grabbed 755 rebounds, dished out 274 assists, and even snatched 88 steals. For a guy his size, his versatility is mind-blowing. He's not just a shot-blocking machine, he's all over the court, doing it all. His ability to make plays on both ends is just insane. What really jumps out to me is his scoring. He averaged 21.4 points per game, which is the highest for a rookie since Blake Griffin's 22.5 back in the 2010-11 season. That's over a decade since we've seen a rookie score like that. And his rebounding, he pulled down 10.6 rebounds per game, just a bit behind Griffin's 12.1 average. Those numbers are elite, and Wemby did all that while also being an incredible shot blocker. Now, let's talk about his player efficiency rating, which is one of the best ways to measure a player's overall performance. Wembanyama finished with a rating of 23.1, and that ranked him 15th in the entire league, ahead of guys like Tatum, Donovan Mitchell, and Booker. That's some seriously elite company. But here's the crazy part. When you compare his rating to all-time rookies, Wemby's 23.1 is the third best ever. The only rookies with a better rating are Wilt Chamberlain and David Robinson. Wemby even topped Shaq and Kareem. That's absolutely wild. And you want to talk about hype? Wemby didn't just live up to it, he blew right past it. People were wondering if he'd be that next generational talent, the kind we haven't seen since LeBron James. Well, guess what? LeBron's rookie player efficiency rating was 18.3. Wemby's was a whole 5 points higher at 23.1. That's saying something. But what's crazy is that as good as he was, there's still room for him to improve. Imagine what we'll see when he hits his prime. This kid's got everything: scoring, rebounding, blocking, shooting threes. He's a unicorn in every sense of the word. And after a rookie season like that, I can't wait to see what records he breaks next. And the thing is, when you look at some of the other great centers of the past 20 to 30 years and what they did in their rookie season, Wemby, for the most part, was just as great, or even better in some cases. We'll start with Shaq. Shaquille O'Neal's rookie season was something special. I mean, from the moment he entered the league, Shaq was already breaking records and making waves. The Orlando Magic drafted him with the first overall pick in 1992, and boy, did he deliver. Even before he set foot in Orlando, Shaq was getting tutored by the great Magic Johnson in Los Angeles. So you know he had the best guidance early on. The crazy thing is, Shaq was so dominant from the jump that in his very first week in the NBA, he was named Player of the Week. That's right, no other player had ever done that before in their first week. Talk about making an immediate impact. Throughout his rookie season, Shaq was an absolute force on the floor. He averaged 23.4 points per game, shooting an impressive 56.2% from the field. His efficiency around the basket was ridiculous, and he was almost unstoppable when he got the ball down low. But it wasn't just his scoring that stood out. Shaq was an absolute beast on the boards. He averaged 13.9 rebounds per game, constantly cleaning up the glass on both ends of the floor. And let's not forget about his defense. Shaq blocked 3.5 shots per game, which was insane for a rookie. He was already making a name for himself as one of the best shot blockers in the league. It's no surprise that Shaq won the 1993 NBA Rookie of the Year award. Honestly, no one else came close to touching him that season. He was also voted an All-Star starter in his rookie year, which hadn't been done by a rookie since Michael Jordan. That just shows how much respect Shaq commanded right away. He was changing the game with his size, power, and skill, and everyone knew he was going to be something special for a long time. But overall, both of these guys were absolute monsters from day one, and it's so fun to look back at Shaq's rookie dominance while seeing how Wemby is carving his own unique path. So yeah, Shaq is tough company, but he is one of the 10 greatest players ever. But how about someone else? Coming off a rough 29-53 season the year before, the Rockets totally flipped the script once Hakeem arrived. With him on the floor, their record shot up to 48-34. That's almost a 20-win improvement. The impact he made right from the start was incredible, and pairing him up with Ralph Sampson, who was 7'4", made this one of the most intimidating duos in NBA history. The original Twin Towers, They were a nightmare for any team trying to score in the paint. Hakeem was a force on both ends of the court. He averaged 20.6 points per game, which is no joke for a rookie, especially considering he was still developing his offensive game. He wasn't just about scoring though. Hakeem was an absolute monster on the boards. He averaged 11.9 rebounds a game, cleaning up everything near the basket. Whether it was offensive boards for second chance points or shutting down the other team on defense, Hakeem was always in the mix. But let's talk about his defense for a second. Hakeem blocked 2.68 shots per game during his rookie year. Can you imagine trying to drive to the basket with Hakeem and Sampson waiting there? He wasn't just swatting the ball away either. Hakeem's timing and ability to control the paint were beyond his years. Now, when it came time for Rookie of the Year voting, Hakeem was right up there with Michael Jordan. He finished second to MJ, which is saying something because Jordan had one of the best rookie seasons in NBA history. But what's wild is that Hakeem was the only other rookie who got any votes that year. That just shows how dominant he was right out of the gate. The way Hakeem played his rookie year set the tone for what was to come. He wasn't just some big man clogging the paint. He was quick, smart, and had skills that would evolve into one of the most well-rounded games we've ever seen from a center. It's no wonder he would go on to become one of the all-time greats. But that rookie season, it was something special, and it's no surprise why. So really, looking at Hakeem's rookie season overall though, I think it's safe to say it's pretty much dead even with Wemby's. But how about someone else? What about Patrick Ewing? Patrick's rookie season was legendary, even with the setbacks he faced. Coming into the league with massive expectations, people were already calling it the start of the Patrick era. In 1985, scouts said we were entering the Patrick era, and it made sense, considering he was one of the most hyped prospects ever, following in the footsteps of greats like McCann, Russell, and Kareem. Now, Patrick's first year wasn't perfect. Injuries definitely slowed him down, but that didn't stop him from dominating whenever he was on the court. He averaged 20 points per game, which is amazing for a rookie, especially when you consider how physical the league was back in the 80s. Patrick was a beast in the paint, scoring in the post and knocking down those mid-range jumpers like it was nothing. And let's not forget those 9 rebounds per game. He was a glass cleaner from the jump, grabbing boards on both ends of the floor. Defensively, Patrick was already showing signs of what he'd become known for throughout his career. Averaging 2 blocks per game, he wasn't just swatting shots for highlight reels, he was protecting the rim like a true anchor for the Knicks. His presence alone made it difficult for opponents to get easy buckets around the rim. You could already see he was going to be a premier center in the NBA for years to come. What's crazy is that even though he dealt with injuries, he was still named the NBA Rookie of the Year. That speaks volumes about how good he really was. There were plenty of other talented rookies that year, but no one was on Patrick's level. He was also named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team, cementing his place as one of the most dominant young players in the league. And this was just the start for Patrick. By the end of his career, he'd be an 11-time NBA All-Star, showing just how consistent and elite he was for more than a decade. He also made the All-NBA First Team once and was selected to the All-NBA Second Team 6 times. And don't forget his 3 appearances on the NBA All-Defensive Second Team. Patrick was truly a complete player. He did it all on both ends of the floor. Looking at his rookie year, you could already tell he was going to be something special. Injuries might have slowed him down a bit, but nothing could stop Patrick from making his mark on the league. That 20 points and 9 rebounds per game set the tone for a career that would go down in history. The Patrick era had officially begun, and while Patrick had an amazing rookie year, it's fun to note how Wemby's rookie season had some edge in a few areas. Wemby blocked more shots and even hit 3-pointers, something that wasn't a big part of Patrick's game back then. It's wild to think about how the game has changed and how Wemby's versatile style could match up against legends like Patrick. But looking overall at their season, I do think I would give the edge to Wemby. But what if we look at some of the more recent better centers? Like, what about Dwight Howard? In my opinion, the best center of the late 2000s. Dwight Howard entered the NBA in style, making a huge splash right from the start. After dominating high school basketball, he decided to skip college and declared for the 2004 NBA draft. Inspired by his idol, Kevin Garnett, who went straight to the pros, Dwight was selected first overall by the Orlando Magic. Now, I've got to mention his jersey number. He chose number 12, which was also a nod to Garnett's number 21. This kid had style and confidence, joining a Magic team that had just come off a rough season. With only 21 wins and the departure of superstar Tracy McGrady, Dwight had a tall order ahead of him. But did he shy away? Nope. In his rookie season, Dwight averaged 12 points and 10 rebounds per game, and let me tell you, he was a force to be reckoned with. He became the youngest player in NBA history to average a double-double in a regular season. That's right, the youngest ever. And get this, he also became the youngest player to average at least 10 rebounds in a season. Incredible. What's even wilder is that he set a record as the youngest player to record at least 20 rebounds in a single game. Can you believe that? Dwight was making history before our eyes. He wasn't just a player. He was the backbone of the Magic, starting all 82 games of the season, a first for any player coming straight out of high school. That's some serious durability. His hard work didn't go unnoticed. He was selected to participate in the 2005 Rookie Challenge, showing everyone that he was a force in the league. And he didn't stop there. He was unanimously chosen for the All-Rookie team. He also finished third in the Rookie of the Year voting, which is pretty impressive, considering he was competing with some top talent. Dwight's energy and excitement on the court were infectious. You could feel the crowd buzzing every time he took the court. His athleticism was off the charts, and his rebounding skills were a sight to behold. He brought a whole new level of intensity to the Magic. And although he was the face of Orlando for a decade, but Wemby definitely has the edge between the two of them. Wemby is just way too versatile when you compare their rookie seasons. But as we get more recent, the 2010s was really weak for the center position. But in my opinion, arguably the best center of the decade, DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins stepped into the NBA like a force of nature. In his rookie season, he averaged an impressive 14.1 points and 8.6 rebounds per game. He brought a unique blend of skill and intensity that made every game exciting to watch. One of the coolest things about Cousins' rookie year was how quickly he earned recognition. He was named to the All-Rookie First Team, showing everyone he was ready to make his mark in the league. Cousins was proving he belonged among the best. And let's not forget about his achievements. He was named Rookie of the Month in July 2010. Fans were buzzing about him, and for good reason. He had this energy that just lit up the court. Now, if we talk about his standout games, there's so much to mention. On April 11th, Cousins exploded for his highest scoring game of the season, putting up 30 points. I remember watching that game and thinking, damn, this guy's him. He was unstoppable that night, showcasing his scoring ability. But scoring wasn't the only thing he did well. On March 5th, he grabbed a whopping 18 rebounds. It's like he had magnets in his hands. He was always in the right place at the right time, snatching boards and giving his team second chances. And how about his passing? On March 29th, Cousins recorded his highest assist total of the season with 8 assists against. He wasn't just a scorer, he was also a playmaker. Seeing him dish out those assists while still being a scoring threat made him such a versatile player. I loved how he could do it all. Defensively, he was no slouch either. On December 19th, he recorded 4 blocks in a game against the Rockets. That showed how fierce he could be on that end of the floor. He wasn't just there to score, he was ready to protect the rim and make it tough for opposing players. Cousins' rookie season was nothing short of spectacular. He brought so much excitement to the game and showed flashes of the superstar he was destined to become. With every game, he proved he could compete with the best and had a bright future ahead. I can't help but feel excited when I think about those early days of Cousins in the league. He was just getting started, and fans like me couldn't wait to see what he would do next. But even after all this, it's still not a comparison with Wemby's rookie season. It just really isn't. Wemby has him edged out in basically every category. But after Cousins, even if you get more recent, what about the Joker? Joker joined the Denver Nuggets in the summer of 2015, and let me tell you, he came in ready to make a splash. After being drafted the previous season, he signed a contract on July 28, 2015, after averaging 8 points and 6.2 rebounds in 5 summer league games. That's not too shabby for a rookie. Fans were buzzing with excitement, eager to see what this young Serbian big man could do. His rookie season kicked off with some thrilling moments. On November 18th, 2015, Joker had a then-season best game with 23 points and 12 rebounds against the San Antonio Spurs. It was a tough loss at 109-98, but seeing him step up like that was just the beginning. You could feel the potential radiating off him. Fast forward to January 10th, 2016, and Joker showed us he could do more than just score and grab boards. In a nail-biting victory over the Charlotte Hornets, he recorded a career-high 9 assists. That's right, 9. It's not often you see a big guy racking up dimes like that. His passing skills were incredible, and it was clear he had a unique vision on the court. Then came February 1st, 2016. Joker lit it up again. putting up career highs of 27 points and 14 rebounds in a 112-93 win over the Toronto Raptors. I remember watching that game and thinking, this guy is something special. He was dominating inside, making plays, and proving he could be a cornerstone for the Nuggets. April 8th, 2016 brought another highlight. Joker set a new career high with 15 rebounds in a tight victory against the Spurs, which ended 102-98. His ability to control the glass was just impressive. He was a rebounding machine, giving his team second chances and making it tough for opponents to score. As the season wrapped up, Joker finished third in the NBA Rookie of the Year award voting. That's a huge accomplishment. He also earned NBA All-Rookie First Team honors, solidifying his place among the best rookies in the league. I was ecstatic. Watching him grow throughout the season was a thrill, and it felt like we were witnessing the birth of a superstar. Of course, we all know he ends up becoming one of the greatest players ever, but even after all this, even after spending an extra season overseas, his rookie season doesn't compare to what Wemby did in his. And it's weird, because we know who Joker ends up becoming. But just looking at the rookie seasons, there isn't really a comparison. But what about the other all-time great center of the past few years, Embiid? Embiid signed his rookie scale contract with the 76ers on August 26, 2014, and fans were ready for some action. But then came the news that he was unlikely to play at all during the 2014-15 season due to a broken navicular bone in his foot. That was a tough pill to swallow. He missed the entire season. And just when we thought things might turn around, on June 13th, it was announced that Embiid had a setback in his recovery. A CT scan showed less healing than everyone hoped for. Then, after a second surgery on August 18th, it was clear that he'd missed the whole 2015-16 season too. It felt like we were all holding our breath, waiting for him to finally hit the court. But finally, the moment we'd all been waiting for came in the 2016-17 season. On October 4th, 2016, Embiid started at center in the 76ers' first preseason game against the Boston Celtics. He recorded 6 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 blocks in just 13 minutes. The excitement was real. Then came October 26, 2016, the day Embiid made his long-awaited NBA regular season debut against the Oklahoma City Thunder. In 25 minutes, he scored 20 points, grabbed 7 rebounds, and blocked 2 shots. Even though the 76ers lost 103-97, you could see the talent shining through, and I was just pumped to see him back. On November 1st, he recorded his first career double-double with 18 points and 10 rebounds against the Orlando Magic. That was a close game too, but he was already making his mark. By November 11th, Embiid's 25-point effort helped the 76ers snag their first win of the season. Defeating the Indiana Pacers, things just kept getting better. On November 19th, he scored a then-career high of 26 points in just 20 minutes during a 120-105 win over the Phoenix Suns. This guy was on fire. By December 1st, he was named Eastern Conference Rookie of the Month for games played in October and November. That's impressive, right? Then on December 18th, Embiid set a new career high with 33 points in a thrilling win against the Brooklyn Nets. That's when I knew he was something special. January 11th, 2017, saw him grab a career-high 14 rebounds in a nail-biting win over the New York Knicks. He was even named Eastern Conference Player of the Week on January 23rd. He was also selected for the World Team for the 2017 Rising Stars Challenge. However, things took a turn when he suffered a torn meniscus in his left knee on February 11th. While surgery wasn't required, he was ruled out of All-Star Weekend. Then on February 27, he was ruled out for the rest of the season, but even with the injuries, he made a huge impact. By the end of the season, he was named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team. Embiid's rookie season was a roller coaster, but even with the 2 seasons off, and then coming in, he still didn't compare to what a teenager Wemby accomplished. Wemby's got everything going for him to become one of the best players ever. I mean, just look at his historic rookie season. He was unanimously named the 2024 NBA Rookie of the Year. That's huge. Not only that, but he finished second in the Defensive Player of the Year voting. He was right up there with Rudy Gobert, one of the best defenders in the league. What really blows my mind is that Wemby became the first rookie ever to be named to the All-Defensive First Team. This kid's impact on both ends of the floor is just incredible. He's not just a scorer. He can lock down some of the best offensive players in the league. With his size, skill, and agility, he's a nightmare for opposing teams. Plus, His versatility is off the charts. Standing at 7 feet 5 inches tall, Wemby can shoot, dribble, and pass like a guard. He's got that unique blend of size and skill that's just so rare. I can't help but think of legends like Kevin Durant and Dirk when I watch him play. If he keeps developing that shot and continues to work on his game, the sky's the limit. Wemby's work ethic is another reason to believe. He's got that hunger and passion to be great. I mean, he's already making a name for himself in the league, and it's only his rookie season. Imagine what he'll do with more experience. He's got the potential to dominate for years to come. If he stays healthy and keeps improving, Wemby could definitely be in the conversation for one of the greatest ever. I can't wait to see what he does next.